subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Namaste, konnichiwa. Welcome to the thenupurtewarishow. Let's talk business. And today we are joined by none other than Mr. Pandya. He is the CEO and MD of Kai India. Mr. Pandya, welcome to the thenupurtewarishow.
Hello, how are you, Nupur?
I'm very good. Thank you. And thank you for making time for us.
My pleasure.
So, as an Indian, it is my privilege, and I feel blessed that I'm going to learn so many things from you. Definitely, global perspective that Indians are doing everywhere, great. But someone in front of me and going to tell us his life journey, the success story. So for the viewers and for myself also, the first question I'm going to ask, tell us about your journey and definitely your relationship with Japan.
Yes, the journey. I mean, I was born in Gujarat, near Ahmedabad, and studied in St. Xavier's throughout. And I was connected with some Japanese program also simultaneously at that time, because I was very much interested in doing something with Japan. So there was a occasion when we wanted to do some exhibition in the theme of Japan, and I took the initiative of having a Hinamatsuri, the doll festival kind of theme was there, and I borrowed some dolls from the Consulate General of Japan, Mumbai, and did a nice exhibition. And my interest for Japan was very serious. So I thought that if I want to know more, I should go to Japan. And
okay. So at that time, you were a student?
Yes, I was a student, yes.
Okay.
And once I finished my college, I told my father that I would like to go to Tokyo, and he was a little reluctant, because normally people go to USA or UK, where you get not that big culture shock, and you get your diet also, because I was pure vegetarian. So he asked me that, how will you survive? I said, no, I will survive. I'm your son. Don't worry, Papa. And in 1980s, I came to Tokyo, and I enrolled myself as a student in Naganuma School, which is very famous for kimono gakko. It's known for kimono school, and there they had a language study program, and I started studying Japanese. And we do speak many languages throughout our lives in India. If we have a friend Maharashtrian, we'll speak Marathi a little bit, we'll speak some Hindi, we'll speak some Gujarati. So we are blessed by the Saraswati, Mata Saraswati, that our talent for languages is phenomenal. And for me to pick up Japanese language was not that difficult. And that's how my relation started with Japan.
Wonderful. So you said you're pure vegetarian, and
Yes.
when 1980, I think it was, it is like 42 years ago.
Yes.
And today we find a few vegan, vegetarian restaurants in Tokyo. How did you tackle that time? Like, how did you survive being pure vegetarian?
it was interesting that in the beginning I had that feeling that I should not change my policy of remaining vegetarian. But then I found it very difficult. People were, I had very few friends because of my diet preference, you know. So
True.
I think after 6 months or almost after 1 year, I decided that goni reba goni shtagai, be a Roman in Rome.
Exactly.
And I started eating non-veg also. So today I'm very fond of sashimi and sushi, you know. So I did compromise with my diet, no doubt about it. But it's quite interesting that in India, I'm in India for last 7-8 years as a managing director of Kaiji Rushi India. It's a sanskar, or I think the race in India, which makes me a vegetarian again. You know, I don't die for becoming again non-vegetarian. You
Vegetarian.
know, it is okay. जहाँ जैसा मिलता है वैसा
Vesa.
खाएंगे, मजा करेंगे.
Exactly.
तो ये
True,
एक
true.
style है. So I think that is what I always think, that if you want to stay in a country which is very different than your mother country, your motherland, you have to adjust yourself.
True.
And this is very important. So you have to compromise certain things also. And compromising things have paid me a very handsome dividend also in my life. So I'm happy that my decision to come to Japan and not going to an English-speaking country as a stereotype of Indian mentality. Because during 80s, there were very few what you call foreigners.
In Japan.
Yes, and I remember one incident that I was called at Ishikawa Ken to a friend's house, and there was a child, 7-8 years old, and I was cutting my nails, and I was the pieces were on the tissue paper, and then the boy told me, "Sir, can I have those nails?" The pieces. I said, "What will you do with that?" He said that I'll take it to the school and I'll show that this is the nails of an Indian, you know, which was quite interesting for me, because for them, we were aliens, you know, we
True.
were different. So even now it is a Gaiko Kujin Torok show, but before it was alien registration.
Alien card. True.
Yeah, alien card, you know. So things are changing and people are getting used to now. India and Indian nationality has got a very strong identity in Japan, which I have seen, and there's a big transformation, you know.
True, exactly. Very interesting story that your nail, he's supposed to take it to school and show that this is Indian snail. Wow, that's really interesting. So
yeah, which was surprising to me also, because for him it was something unique, you know. I think the nails are same of all human being, but he wanted to show that मेरे यहाँ एक हिंदुस्तानी ठहरा है, उसके nail मैं दिखाना चाहता हूँ, you know. That was the idea, maybe.
True,
It was so cute. Was so cute.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because even I stayed also many places like Matsuyama, Kitakyushu, and Matsuyama especially, I found that people they didn't know much about Indians. I would say like only 1% they knew about Indians. So yeah, I can totally relate to what you were saying. But even today, I think if an Indian student choosing for, a country, I think the first priority is still USA or UK or any other, English speaking country. So how, what do you think? Like you said, there are a lot of transformation. So do you think that we can change this scenario? Because always, I think still, even the job also, even the for scholarship or for education, higher education, still Indian students are choosing those countries. How we can change it? What do you like? You are such an experienced person.
See, now it's a question of preference, that
Hmm.
you want to become a chef or a black sheep.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's an individual choice, and most of the people will prefer to have a less risky road,
True, exactly. Mm.
uh, for the safety, But today, the competition is so severe that if you do not have a special story in your life, people will not recognize you. And Japan is a very unique country, even today.
Mm. Mm.
I've got so many friends who are in America, in Washington, D.C., or Virginia, or even in Texas, in Los Angeles. For them to come to Japan for honeymoon is a dream, because I mean, you can go to Australia, you can go to New Zealand, or you can go to Dubai. But I think Japan is beyond comparison, I would say. The culture, the structure of houses, the way they try to, what you call, maintain their customs, which
Yeah,
are very touchy, Even
true.
today, during Oshogatsu, people will go to the temple, even if it is cold, people will
Yeah. Make line.
make lines,
Mm.
So that the kimono, the housing, the way they, I mean, Kyoto, for example, is such a beautiful city. I mean, it's a kind
Yeah,
of a city which is only one on this planet,
true.
So this is something
Very
uh,
unique. Yeah.
very unique. And I would say that if you want to do something different, then take a difficult path, It may give you problems, there'll be hurdles, but end of the day,
You'll stand out.
you will stand out. And I do not remember which film it is, but it's a Shah Rukh Khan's dialogue that
Uh-huh.
uh, मुश्किल रास्ता पसंद करना बहुत जरूरी है जो हमें तकलीफ देता है मगर उसका रिजल्ट बहुत अच्छा आता है समथिंग लाइक दैट आई रिमेंबर दैट सो यू हैव टू डू समथिंग स्पेशल एंड आई थिंक जापान टुडे इज very important country, even from the diplomatic relations of India also, because we are celebrating 70th, 70
70.
years of diplomatic
Exactly.
relations between India and Japan. And
Exactly.
today, Japan and India are very close.
Very
We have
close.
very good relations,
Mm-hmm.
and we both need each other, I would say so, very
True.
humbly.
True. Exactly, sir. Exactly. So here, you have both countries' experience now. From last 8 years, you were in India. You worked in Japan. So what are the or is the most significant difference between India Japan? Even working culture, also. You can talk, tell us also.
Yeah, I mean, see, again, I had an interview with one newspaper agency
Mm-hmm.
recently, and they did ask me the same question that to run a company in
Mm-hmm.
India
Mm-hmm.
and to work in Japan are two different aspects, two different poles. They are pole apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, the trains would come on time, the things will happen on time, everybody will have their work done by the time limit which are given to them. They will be very good in Gyaksan, means reverse calculation, because they want to put the things in order. So they will start counting from reverse, which is called
True.
reverse calculation.
Exactly.
And uh, Japanese are fond of getting into details.
Yeah. Very
We people
komakai.
are we people are more approximate people. So, but I've seen here my 8 years, because I never worked in India. So this was the first experience I had to work with
Mm-hmm.
my fellow country people. And when I was asked to go to India, I was very reluctant. My wife is Japanese. I've got two kids. They are grown up, but they were not very supportive. Particularly, my wife was not very happy that I should go to India. So for almost 6 months, I said, no, I won't take this position because I am happy. But after 6 months, they called me again that, will you please reconsider? And the founder family, Mr. Endo, who is the chairman of Kaijirushi Group, asked me that, why don't you become a family member of Kai? तो वो थोड़ा दिल को छू गया.
Oh.
This is something which he's asking me to do and becoming a family member. So हम तो दिल के सौदागर हैं, दिल खरीदते हैं, दिल बेचते हैं. So I thought that if this gentleman is so much interested in my kind of personality and career, then I should give a try.
Hmm.
And in 2016, in March, I came back to India. Now, it's quite interesting that to be in India as a visitor, and you have eventually business tour will finish and you will go back to airport and go back to Tokyo or wherever you belong to.
Hmm.
But today I'm thinking that this country, India, is my Matrubhumi,
Hmm.
and
Totally.
Japan is my Karma Bhumi.
Karam bhumi. Huh.
And God thought that why don't we make India again for this gentleman, Matrubhumi, and again Karma Bhumi. So now I've got both. And I'm so privileged that I've got two mothers. One is India and one is Japan. And Japan taught me so many things. I learned a lot from Japan by living there for almost 35 years. And today, I'm having a company which is having 300 people working with me. I'm making a hybrid company, which means certain good things I'm picking from Japan, and of course certain good things I'm picking from India.
India. Yeah. Yeah.
India is also very, very important country for me because it is my country.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I'm very proud of being an Indian because so many people, they asked me that why you have been in Japan for so many years. Are you still Indian? Why didn't you take a Japanese nationality?
Mm-hmm.
Now, very sometimes I get annoyed because अगर भगवान ने चाहा होता तो वो मुझे जापान में जन्म दे सकते थे ना।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
भारत में जन्म दिया है तो उसका हम वर्डिक को चेंज क्यों करें?
Totally, I agree with you.
So for me, even if I stay in Japan or in India, my identity would be an Indian, Bharatiya. And I'm very proud of this, what you call feelings. So
Being
when
Indian.
being an Indian. So when I landed at Indira Gandhi International Airport in 2016 as a managing director, and जब मैं कॉरिडोर से बाहर आ रहा था एयरपोर्ट से, तब मेरे
Mm-hmm.
लिए दो गाड़ियां खड़ी थी,
Mm-hmm.
दो ड्राइवर खड़े थे। थोड़ा इतराना मैंने शुरू किया है, naturally, that wow, I won the battle. I came back to India as a winner, and I have gained the trust of a traditional Japanese company and become a managing director of that company, and I will run Kai India. So that was a very proud moment. Unfortunately, my father is no more with me, but if he would be here, I think he would have cried. So this is what.
Mr. Pandya, we all are proud of you. And wherever your father is, he's watching over you and he's feeling very proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the company you are running, the Kai India, we would love to know your vision for Kai India.
Yes, the company which we are running, we are a 115 years old company,
Mm-hmm.
In Japan. We
Mm-hmm.
are based in Gifu Prefecture in
Okay.
Seki City, and we have plants in Gifu. Now, Seki City is known for making katana for last
Katana.
800 years, and
Yes.
I'm also having a
Oh, katana 持ってるんですね。
katana.
Wow.
I'm doing this.
Great. Wow.
So this is, I got it from Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and the company which has got the history of making hamono,
Mm-hmm.
the cutting edge products, that's what
Uh-huh.
we are doing. And in India, we have a very beautiful plant in Nimrana, which is in
Okay.
a Japanese industrial zone,
Mm-hmm.
and we are manufacturing this kind of kitchen knives.
Oh.
Also, we are manufacturing nail clippers, which are also very, very popular.
Uh-huh.
And we also sell the razors for women. And
Okay.
coincidentally, this is my daughter,
Oh. Oh, wow. This is beautiful.
Yes. So I started this company with the four pillars. One is make in India.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is skill in India.
Mm-hmm.
Number three is sell in India and overseas. And number four is women's empowerment. These are the four pillars on Kai India is standing today.
Amazing.
So we do believe that our chairman, Mr. Endo, uh, could have thought that let's become a trading company in the beginning and let's see for 2 3 years, and then uh,
How
if
things
we
are
are
going.
if we are successful, then we'll do something else. But he didn't have that idea. He had a different idea. He wanted to become, because our identity is we are manufacturers,
Okay.
Vishwakarma,
Yes,
Monozukuri,
Vishwakarma.
make things.
Hmm.
And that is the thing which we are very proud of. So from day one, Mr. Endo's thought process was that we must make Kai India a manufacturing hub
Hmm.
because of the geographical existence of India, as Middle East and Europe and Africa are closer from India. So we can always have that advantage to make in India, and we sell in India. At the same time, we can export it. So today, we are manufacturing here. We are selling in India. We have a general trade, we have a modern trade, and we have e-commerce. These are the three main handles we are working on. At the same time, we are exporting merchandise to Middle East also, Africa also, and Europe also. So the idea of making nail clippers, kitchen knives, and razors are I call Kai India is a departmental store of manufacturing cutting edge products, so we have got different products, different categories, so that makes Kai a very unique company. For example, Gillette would be making razors,
Yes.
or X company would be making only knives, but we are
Yes.
making both. So it is quite unique.
Very unique. Yes. Yeah.
So this is what, and another thing which I wanted to tell to the Japanese people, particularly when they think of coming to India, don't
Hmm.
come to India with a shorter version of your plan.
Hmm.
Come for 10 years, make a plan for 10 years. Then and
Okay.
then, India is not easy market. We have uh, people who are very rich also, and people who are middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class. Of course, we have got a variety of people in India, but
True.
just by going to India you will be successful. I think that's a very wrong approach. You need to study India, you need to have patience, and having a 10-year plan will give you a leverage, that is for sure. And today, Mr. Endo's plan was for India is 10 years, and that's the
Wow.
way it is. And we are right now in the 7th year,
Seventh year.
so we are
Okay.
doing well, and we will continue
Well,
to make
definitely.
India a household name in India.
Definitely. And when the next time I'll be in India, I would love to visit your company and the factory. Definitely. It would be a privilege.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. And, a young man who came in 1980 just to learn Japanese, now he's Kai India's MD. Definitely. It is and I'm taking his interview. It is an honor, definitely. And from that man who was young 1980, came to Japan to Kai India's MD, love to know that how would you like to advise today's youth, Indian youth especially, who really looking forward to have their careers in Japan? Your advices, please.
I think first of all, you need to learn the language.
Mm-hmm.
At least conversational Japanese will do a lot good to you while you enter into Japan. Japan is becoming Koreka Shakai, no doubt about it. So there are people, they need manpower.
Mm-hmm.
And we have plenty of manpower. 50% of the population of India is below 25.
Yes.
So we have that leverage. Our population pyramid is one of the best pyramid in the world today. So the need, of course, when during 80s and 90s, we were known as a trader or a restaurant owner. But in 90s and 2000 and 2010, during that period, we were known as IT people also, So our image has been changed. There is a huge possibility of IT programmers. The demand is there. Other than that, the nursing of senior people is also becoming a need of the time. So in India, there are many ways you can come to Japan and establish yourself. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, that going to America and going to Europe will become, you will be one of many. But if you go to Japan, you will one of one, So that is the difference. And people who, because I have very good relations with the people in India also, in the institute also, educational institute also, they are very excited about going to Japan, For them, it's a akogare no kuni. They wanted to go, they wanted to learn about Japan. But you need to do a little bit of homework also to make your life easier, better, and acceptable, because Japanese, they will not mingle with you right away. It will take time for you to understand them. They will take time also to understand you. So you should have patience. But now, during my time, when I had a student visa, they used to give me a student visa only for 6 months. So I had to go to South Korea, to Seoul, to extend my visa every 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Which was very time consuming also, and financially also, it was a burden to me. But today, the visas between India and Japan, particularly when you are technically good, sound, or you want to study, there is a liberalization.
Yeah, even 5 years also.
You get 5 years visa also, 3 years visa also. So times have been changed. So it is better. This is the right time to explore Japan for the young generation, in coming to Japan is very attractive, no doubt about it. But then you should know a little bit about Japan,
True.
Then and then you will be able to enjoy your stay in Japan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that today's youth going to listen to you, and they will do their homework and come and explore Japan. So thank you so much, Mr. Pandya, for making time and enlightening us with your knowledge, with your experiences. And I'd like to say, we all are proud of you. We all are proud of you. And thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimashita and namaste.
Thank you. Namaste. Thank you very much, Nupur. Thank you.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.